Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Emily Francis with All About Healing. It's the Energy Corner, Emily's Energy Corner. It's time. I wanted to talk just really quickly about Jean Louise Green. She is the author of Structural Integration and Energy Medicine. It's a handbook of advanced bodywork, but the book is actually for clients and practitioners alike. So if you are not a Rolf practitioner or you're not even in bodywork at all and you just need some help and some guidance into your own healing, if you have some issues going on with the structure of your body, this structural integration, it's about the alignment of your body, and it works with the spine, and it's a stacking practice. It's a beautiful, and it requires a very, very well trained therapist to do this work. It's a very specific training, and it's beautiful. So Jean Louise Green did an amazing job, and I would highly recommend this book. She has a lot of really great nuggets of wisdom out there for anyone and everyone that's interested in their healing and in the structural integration. Okay, so today's Emily's Energy Corner is, I have a very specific thing to talk about, and it is that when you approach your healing, if you are looking for something to shift in your body, or there's something that's come up in your life and you need to find your way through, understand that there are a million practitioners out there, and your job is to do your due diligence and your research to go to the right place for the appropriate condition. So what I mean by this is that your doctor, your primary care physician, is an integral part of your healing, because they are the people that you go to first. Something's off, there's something going on. They do the blood work, right? They do the labs, they do the information. If there's something that looks more than that, they should send you to a specialist. So whatever is going on with you, then the next step is to go to the next doctor that has studied in that area for you to get a proper diagnosis, if a diagnosis is what you need. Now understand that even if it's not a physical diagnosis, if you're not sick and there's not a thing that says, I have blank, if you are looking to heal and there's something that's off, you do still need your own little diagnosis. So you don't stop at just the doctors. Especially, please, this is my big message for today. Don't stop at a doctor that answers with, it's probably this. It might be that. And I'm saying this for a reason. I talked about this all the time, in general anyway, because too many times people go to their first stop, their doctor, and their doctor will give if they don't actually know, instead of going to the ends of the earth to find out, they just will give you a probably. It might be this. It's probably that. So my friend's little boy hurt himself on the trampoline the other day, and I did a little bit of massage because I'm a certified pediatric massage therapist, and I knew that it was a muscle spasm, but I didn't want to do much because he was hurt, and always, when in doubt, ice. Just for everybody, when in doubt, ice. So I made sure that his parent was there and watching, and this is what's going on, and you could see the shoulder up and you could see the hip up, and hey, when you go to the doctor tomorrow, and I was assuming it was going to be their chiropractor, make sure that they see the hip and the shoulder and all the things that are off, and make sure they treat it. And I did just a little bit of work to the muscle. Well, they ended up going to the pediatrician instead, and the pediatrician says, I think it is pulled muscle in the chest. Give it 3 days. If it still hurts, you'll go to the muscle doctor. So I looked at her and I said, who's the muscle doctor? Who is a muscle doctor? I've never actually heard that term. Who is a doctor of muscles? And I said, is it a neuromuscular massage therapist like me? Is that who you need to go to, or what does this mean? And, because x-rays don't pick up things on muscle. X-rays don't pick up soft tissue injuries. So if it's not a bone and it's not a tendon issue, then it's not going to be picked up on an x-ray. So, she kind of looked at me, the mom, my friend, like, I don't know what a muscle doctor is. I guess I should have taken him to the chiropractor yesterday. And I said, well, if you would have gone to the chiropractor, she would know more about what's going on in his body. But either way, it's not that your pediatrician's wrong. It's that you never, ever stop with it's probably, or it might be, because those are they are not helpful to your healing. They don't give you the information and the platform from which you begin whatever journey it is. So let's say that it's something more explicit, like remember Amy B. Scher, she was a guest on our show. She wrote the book This Is How I Saved My Life, and she had end-stage Lyme disease because it took so many years to obtain the proper diagnosis of Lyme disease because the testing here in the United States is still faulty. So she was diagnosed with a zillion other illnesses and on all these different medications for them, and they weren't the correct diagnosis. So it's really vital to any healing path that you know where your starting point is. So you get to that block of what you actually have to define the condition that you're in or what it is that needs to be shifted or healed or addressed or treated. And that is, yes, include your doctor. I'm not saying that your doctor doesn't know what they're doing. I think a lot of holistic people kind of go against doctors. Doctors spent a lot of years in medical school. They know what they're doing, but they know what they're doing in that particular box. And if they don't know what they're doing, hopefully they send you to someone that has studied in the next box, the box that pertains to whatever's going on with you. So, and if it's not a medical condition, then you go to the next layer of people. You know, you look for your integrative medicine practitioners, and you look for, like, as me, as a massage therapist, I can't give you a diagnosis. That is completely unethical and against my scope of practice. So what I could do is things like, I would see such and such and see what they say and get a diagnosis or see what it really is. You know, it's important to me that you get things checked out, because if I think that the only thing I work with is muscles, that's what I know. And I know the lymphatic system and where things are blocked, and I work with lymphedema. But my expertise is in muscles. So if I'm stepping out of that place, I have no business saying this is what it is. But what I do have business saying is, I think you should go see this person to find out what it is that's going on. And it is unbelievable to me that when these doctors stop at, yeah, it's probably this, and the people walk away and they don't question, what does that mean? What is a muscle doctor? Where should I go next? How do I get him treated? How do I help him feel better? You know, those are really, really important questions into any place of healing. So today's Emily's Energy Corner is to remind you that you are in charge of your body and your health. And if you don't get the answers that you need, keep on looking. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great Wednesday. I can't wait to see you back here next week, and make it a great week.